So I just want to begin by saying thank you very much and welcome to for those of you who are from other parts of our country and also from other parts of the world. Welcome to the United States and welcome more particularly to the the broader area of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. So I want to welcome you. IAMHL is an organization that I've been part of or had the privilege of being part of really since the very beginning of IAMHL. Which was originally conceived by our then administrator, Charlie Curie, together with a couple people, including Fran Silvestri and others, Anthony Sheehan from the UK, probably in the era of 2005, 2006, somewhere around in there. So it's an entity that is maturing and has matured in the kinds of activities that it offers. It has a pretty unique place, to me, in the landscape of other organizations. In that it is always fun. The meetings are always fun. They're always filled with a lot of different exchanges. And I'm not sure what your table answered with regards to the icebreaker exercises, but I always leave an IAMHL event feeling refueled, energized, and ready to go back home and sort of tackle some of the things that need to be tackled in our system in the United States, or our systems in the United States. One of the things for me, one of my take-home things has been sort of our system, our public mental health system in the United States, and I do focus more on the mental health part of things, has a lot of rules and regulations, and it's so nice to be with other countries and other people who don't have those same rules, and so it helps me think, well, why can't we do that? Why are we stuck with what we have to do with this particular restriction? Why is it? What is keeping us from doing what other places are doing? The other big take-home message I get from my years of exposure to IAMHL is in the United States, the way our systems work, we're much more divided between provider systems and public health systems. And so they're regulated differently. They have different paths. Different people work in those two systems. And it's so nice for me and energizing for me to be with many of the partnering countries that have more national or more sort of public health services that more readily embrace the valuable component of public health initiatives together with health delivery. Our systems too often are bifurcated. In the United States, just to give you a little bit of a framework on where we are right now, so I work, my day job is as the director of the Center for Mental Health Services within an agency called SAMHSA, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. We're in a federal grouping of agencies that includes the FDA, the CMS, which is the main funder of public mental health services or mental health services in the United States, and many others. So a couple of my staff are here. Dr. Baldwin is here, and happy to be, I'm sure, a resource. She's sort of our go-to on children's mental health services, and many of our staff I know have been involved and hopefully will be even more so in the future. If you watch anything that has to do with the news, we're kind of on a roll here with a lot of temperature that's turned up around politics. We're a couple weeks away from our midterm elections, and that means, there's a lot of attention on a lot of things. But I'm very happy to say that they're included in that is mental health and disabilities. Our elected officials in the United States are very interested in the welfare, including the mental welfare of our citizens, and so we're kind of on a roll. You're in an area that has a lot of elected officials and their staff who care quite a bit about mental illness, and so all the more reason, I think, for us to learn from the experiences that our colleagues in other countries have. So I want to invite or sort of make a closing remark by just saying, think about, your role here, and one of the most valuable things I get from IAMHL exposure and experience is widening my view. It's a much wider view. I see the things as they could be and as they need to be in our own system by learning from the experience and the perspectives of the multiple different people that are part of IAMHL over time. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a great experience with us over the next 2 days.
Good morning. I'm Jennifer Johnson, and I'm with the Administration for Community Living, which is also in the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, where Anita is also situated. So I would also like to welcome you this morning. I'm delighted to be here and participating in this regional hub meeting. And I'm also excited to be here alongside our partners from SAMHSA, We certainly do appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this group. While IIDL is a little bit younger of an organization than IIMHL, we have really enjoyed the opportunity to interact with international colleagues, and as Anita was saying, get that opportunity to get a bigger worldview about how people with disabilities are supported in other countries. And that's what we're here to do, really. We're collectively here to support people with disabilities and support them leading full lives in the community where they are really valued members of our society. And I want to thank those of you who are participating in this regional hub over the next 2 days. There's quite a lot planned. It's really a great agenda that's been planned, and I know quite a lot of planning went into this effort. So I really want to thank those who worked effortlessly behind the scenes and also tirelessly across the scenes to make this meeting a reality and create this opportunity for this international exchange of ideas and knowledge. At the Administration for Community Living, we believe that people with disabilities thrive when they are empowered to make decisions about their own lives and are fully engaged as value members of our society and of their community. More and more people with disabilities are now living the lives they want as valued members of our communities. And the work that we are doing is helping to change how people are included in all aspects of our society. Our work is lifting up and also is led by the voices and actions of people with lived experiences. And they are really central to everything that we do at the Administration for Community Living. And what they are telling us is that even though we've made the progress that we've made, that there's more work to be done, and that people still need more and better access to the community in general. That includes access to education, to healthcare, to housing, to jobs, and access to many, many more aspects of life. So as we start out this hub, I really encourage you to think about what you're taking away, and we've already been prompted to do that, to think about what are we taking away from this experience and being here with our colleagues, and what you're taking back with you when you return home. For us at ACL, we have a number of issues that are at the forefront, and I just want to highlight a few of those for you this morning as you're thinking about your time here. And one of those is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And more we're thinking of that from an intersectional perspective. And what's so great about IIMHL and IIDL being together is that we're thinking about the intersectionality of mental health and disability. So that certainly is at the forefront. Another issue at the forefront is the caregiver crisis, and very much related to that is the overall quality of community living. Here in the U.S., there's still a lot more that we need in terms of a stronger infrastructure for services and supports, and COVID certainly hasn't helped with that. So as we move forward, we really must continue to press on making sure our system is strong, and again, that people are living lives where they're experiencing dignity and respect for the individuals that they are and the contributions that they make to our society. So thank you for your commitment to this work, to people with disabilities. It's an exciting time to be gathering, and I look forward to the next couple days being here. Thank you.